a Slim Goodbody production.
Life Skills 101. We're here to learn and have some fun. Discovering what can be done that's good for you and me.
Like how to make good choices,
How to reach a goal.
How to share our voices
And play a helpful role. Where to look for answers to the questions that we face. Becoming caring, sharing members of the human race. Life's confusing turns and spills are smoother when we learn these skills. Life Skills 101, a class that's great for everyone. So take a seat, we've just begun our Life Skills 101. Life Skills 101.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Mr. Simpson.
I have a surprise for you.
Yay!
what kind of surprise?
It's a surprise test.
Oh no!
How does that make you feel?
Worried. Afraid.
My heart is beating faster.
My stomach feels funny.
My knees are shaking.
Good answers. The test is over, and you all pass.
What kind of a test was that?
It was a test to see how your mind and body deal with stress.
Stress? What's stress?
Stress can be anything that happens to you that puts pressure on your mind and body and causes you to feel worried, uptight, or tense. Can you think of any other stressful situations besides having to take a test?
Being in a scary thunderstorm when the lights go out.
Forgetting to do my homework.
Changing schools in the middle of the year.
Those are some very good examples. Now it's time to look at a video from Slim Goodbody that will help us to learn more about stress and the best ways to deal with it.
When you are in a stressful situation, some amazing changes take place in your mind and body. To really understand why this happens, let's take a brief trip back in time to prehistoric days. When our ancestors had to handle this kind of stressful situation, there were only two things they could do to stay alive. They could either run away or fight. In either case, their bodies had to get ready very quickly. And to do that, rapid changes took place. Their brains sent chemical messengers racing through their bodies. These messengers, called hormones, made their hearts beat faster, blood flow quicker, and breathing speed up, while it also made their digestion slow down. Hormones cause their muscles to get tense, their hearing to improve, and the pupils in their eyes to get bigger. These changes were the body's way of preparing itself to deal with trouble. Scientists call these changes the fight or flight response because it helped provide the extra energy and strength needed to fight or take flight, which means to run away. Now, what does this have to do with you? I mean, there are no saber-toothed tigers around anymore, and you're not a caveman or a woman, and nowadays, in most stressful situations, it would make no sense at all to fight or to run away. Well, here's an incredible fact. When faced with stress, the very same changes happen in your body that happened in the bodies of your prehistoric ancestors, even if the stressful situation is not life or death. Now, let me give you an example. Suppose you're called on to read out loud in front of the class. Well, that's not a stressful situation for everyone, but it would be for a lot of people, and let's pretend you're one of them. Okay, your teacher says, please read out loud, and suddenly, your heart is beating faster. You're taking quicker breaths. You start to sweat and your muscles get tense. But now what? You can't run away, and you certainly shouldn't fight. So what do you do with the tension and pressure you feel? How do you handle this fight or flight protective response? If you hold it in, it can hurt your body. It can make you sick. And it certainly will make it a lot harder to do what your teacher has asked. So, you need to find another way to handle the stress. And here are a few things you can try. Now here's a good and simple way that I have found. to ease your troubled mind and help you to calm down. Just breathe a deep and gentle breath so air can flow in and out, nice and slow. And if the stress has all your muscles tense and tight, you'll find a gentle stretch can help to set them right. That stretching out and stretching high and stretching wide will help release the stress inside. Another thing that I'd advise is get yourself some exercise, like run or climb or ride a bike. Do something good you really like. There are a couple other things that you can do each time you find that stress has got a hold of you. You can remind yourself you're really smart and strong, and you can deal with what is wrong. And last of all, my friends, you should remember too that taking care of stress is not all up to you. You can be sure that you don't need to be alone and face the stress all on your own. Help is there from friends and others, fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers. Do what I suggest. When stress takes all your best, you can have success in lessening the mess of stress.
Thank you, Slim. For the next class, I would like you to make a report about some healthy ways you've learned to deal with stress. Class dismissed. Well, boys and girls, who would like to make their report?
I would.
That's fine, Jenna. Go ahead.
I take violin lessons, and at holiday time, we have to give a concert in front of a lot of people. I get very worried, and my hands and knees start shaking from the stress. I asked for help, and my music teacher told me she has a way to deal with it. She closes her eyes and pretends she's alone in the room. Then she takes a deep breath, and as she lets it out, she starts to play. I tried that, and it worked.
Very good. Anyone else? Yes, Roger and Cindy.
We went on the internet and read about a relaxation exercise. It has 3 parts. First, tighten up your muscles. Second, you squeeze them for a few moments. And third, you let go and relax.
You can move from one group of muscles to another, starting with your hands and arms, then the muscles in your neck, your face, your back, your legs, and even your feet. We wrote a song about it so everyone in the class can practice.
Tighten and squeeze just as hard as you please. Then you count to 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Then relax and let go so the tension will flow away. You can lessen stress in this way.
Those were some very good ways to deal with stress. Now let's hear from Slim Goodbody once more.
Stress is natural, but to stay healthy, you need to learn ways to deal with it. So remember what I've told you. You can take a few slow, deep breaths or stretch your muscles. You can get some exercise. You can talk to yourself in a nice way. And you can ask for help from parents, friends, teachers, or other adults. Some doctors think that more than half the time people get sick, it's because they don't know how to deal with stressful situations. But now you know some good ways to deal with stress, and so you can keep your mind and your body healthy.
Life Skills 101. We're here to learn and have some fun. Discovering what can be done that's good for you and me. Life Skills 101. A class that's great for